Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching and Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channels. This is, of course, Pro Wrestling Logic, where we discuss um, pro wrestling from all sides, symbols, and points, and we continue to do that as often as we can, usually several times per week, and we continue to do that where we can in a helpful way, hopefully, and bring that about for your listening pleasure in a variety of ways. This is the Wrestling Challenge Review Series. We got about 4 or 5 of these left before there needs to be more for me to work with. But in any event, would continue to do that if they became available. We've got over 2,300 audios available, so plenty of stuff for you to check out. This is the 625, 1995 edition of Wrestling Challenge. This is close to the end of the run as they close the program down in, I believe it's sometime in August of same year. Sid and his tag team partner Tatanka up here. Members of the $1 Million Corporation, Sid and Tatanka, of course, representing Ted DiBiase, and they've kind of been teaming a little bit. Kind of a little of a weak run here, but anyway, we kind of get the that end of the year area there. Psycho Sid and Tatanka, of course. Gus Karras and Buck Quartermain get manhandled a little bit. Tatanka looking very bloated, out of shape, and not in the best of situations. Does get a good bump from, I believe it's Buck Quartermain who does the backdrop bump for him. Sid, though, manages to get a couple of kicks off, and then a choke slam, and then ultimately using some power maneuvers. Obviously, Sid coming off having managed the wonder that is Shawn Michaels at the time, and of course going into a feud with him at house shows a little bit. Adam Bomb up next, defeating Reginald Walker. Bomb near the end of his run. I think he's gone by SummerSlam, so certainly not exactly a long time left for him. Punches, kicks, the top rope clothesline, and the meltdown power slam type maneuver. He's throwing Nerf footballs into the audience, trying to get the crowd behind him. Doesn't work out very well for him. Also, forgot to mention, but a Wayland Mercy promo. You know what I mean. Wayland basically doing a mock-up of Cape Fear. He basically says he's here to be peaceful in the WWF. Kind of a right way to do the Gacy character on NXT right now in 2022. Much betterly done thing here. Anyway, Aldo Montoya against Bill Payne. Payne, not exactly a stranger to doing enhancement work at this juncture in 1995. He's done quite a bit of that there, and we continue to see him do it here. Also, there is a Bam Bam Bigelow and Diesel promo, as I believe Tatanka and Sid will face them had faced them at the King of the Ring in the same year. Actually, will face them on this particular date, as I seem to recall. So kind of there, and then we go to the next in series of matches. Of course, Jerry Lawler talking about being upset. He's going to put all sorts of dirt on his foot for the Kiss Your Foot match with Bret Hart. Interesting that you see that here, as the Bret Hart thing starts in 1993, still running a bit here in 1995. Not a bunch of steam behind it, but enough. Superstars and Montoya had been made to kiss the unwashed, or so we're led to believe, foot of Jerry the King Lawler. Bret Hart's supposed to care about that somehow. Aldo Montoya allowed to grow hair here, and he is in an enhancement match with none other than, let's see here, moving forward, Aldo Montoya, again, Bill Payne. Montoya gets the Bulldog and a quick victory. Of course, Aldo Montoya later becomes none other than the wonder that is just incredible. Incredible, a much better gimmick for him, but that's years away. And in another promotion, a la ECW, where Paul Heyman let him kind of be a bit more punkish and a little less goofy. But I mean, hey, that WWF money at the time had to be good because it gives you the ability in national television exposure, even if it's in a bad gimmick. Hakushi up next. Hakushi is just about to turn babyface, although hasn't quite done so yet. In this particular journey of things, Hakushi defeats Bob Cook, Florida enhancement talent. Cook has been around the Florida Indies, Florida Championship Wrestling, and the like for quite a while. Hakushi looking for accolades, standing over in the corner after a couple of good runs there. Shinja, I believe, has been sent away around this time period. Nope, still there. Actually, the reason I thought sent away is because it's a couple of months later that Hakushi, teams with Barry Horowitz. Proof that you're not really planning to do much with the guy. Diving headbutt from the top, a la the Dynamite Kid, gets Hakushi the victory, and he is dominant throughout. Obviously, that babyface run changes things. The Undertaker basically says he's going to get rid of Kamala and Mabel and all other folks along the way. Undertaker is still here in 1995, kind of bouncing around the Mabel thing and all that is coming out of that. Then they go to the hype videos for the King of the Ring and the Mr. Bob Backlund, run. King Mabel, of course, is up next. He is going at it with an enhancement talent here. King Mabel, of course, having won the King of the Ring just a few short months ago in June, and still trying to be a major heel force, of course, injuring Diesel and The Undertaker at various points during the run doesn't really help him. David Haskins also gets sat on, leg dropped, and beaten pretty badly. Then we go to Jean-Pierre Lafitte against Gene Sagnowski. Not a good match for Sagnowski here, kind of running that over and getting things going. Jean-Pierre Lafitte still doing the pirate thing, having had what would many consider to be his biggest match at about a month and a half before at the In Your House pay-per-view, the first one with Bret Hart, and that was a really good match at the time. Also, Jean-Pierre Lafitte, otherwise now known as PCO in what was Ring of Honor. I think he's doing part of the Impact run in here in 2022, well into his 50s, but the enhancement talent hits him with a couple clotheslines, doesn't get nearly all he wants on it, and just bounces off of him, manages to hit the cannonball, and for those, interested, he does end up winning the nature of things. The King of the Ring is this Sunday, and actually, technically, Mabel winning the King of the Ring on that particular Sunday. And Stephanie Wyan doing the insert promos for that. Diesel and Bam Bam Bigelow against Tatanka and Sid. A Kiss Your Foot match, Bret Hart and Jerry Lawler. And the actual King of the Ring tournament won by Mabel, all on top on this particular occasion. We'll be back with more right after this.